the line. The finals in funny car. Tim Wilkerson and Jack Beckman. Go to Whit Bazemore.
Well, we're watching noted funny car driver Tommy Johnson Jr. check the track with this contraption called a trachometer, and it measures the traction available. Now, Alan Johnson, the crew chief for upcoming Top Fuel finalist Del Worsham, does it the old school way. Look at this. He walks down the track twisting his foot. Mike Dunn, I've got a question. Who would you rather have? Tommy Johnson checking the track with this nice fancy contraption, or Alan Johnson doing it with his foot and his brain?
Well, I'll tell you what, how can you argue with Alan Johnson and his record? He definitely knows how to read a racetrack.
I want Alan Johnson in almost all things drag racing. Jack Beckman and Tim Wilkerson. Between the two of them, they've won here 3 of the last 4 years. This is their second final round ever, though. Tim won over Jack at Denver in 2008. It's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
Well, at the beginning of the weekend, we watched funny cars struggle to go down this racetrack. Some issues with the track coming up causing these crew chiefs fit, but the NHRA Safety Safari continued to work on this track, and when it got to Sunday, everything turned out pretty well. So well, in fact, that Tim Wilkerson and Ron Tobler both found tune-ups that they say they left virtually untouched all day long. The track temperatures have stayed consistent. Their race cars have been consistent, so there hasn't been a lot of change for a couple of crew chiefs that really got a good handle on this track now, heading to the final.
Well, Jack Beckman, he's the only one of our pro finalists that didn't qualify in the top half of the field. He qualified in the number 10 spot, but boy, Ron Tobler, John Collins, that crew really got a handle on this thing in eliminations. As Dave said, they haven't messed with it, and I got to believe it because you look at the numbers, 415, 416, 416. That's about as consistent as you can get. Tim Wilkerson hasn't been as consistent, but he's gotten better every run. 21, 16, and a 14 to give him lane choice, and he's taken that left-hand lane.
Jack Beckman fades. It's going to be Tim Wilkerson.
Nice run.
414. Smoke him in the middle. Good job, brother.
3 consecutive wins here.
You are the champion. Good job. That's the way you do it 3 years in a row right there. Woo! Good job, fellas. Good job.
And Tim Wilkerson gets his first win this year. Dave Reef.
Chris, I know these are intense situations, getting a little bit of TV time for you, but I got to ask you, as a wife, what does it mean to watch your husband be able to come here and do what he's done the last 3 years?
Oh, it's just the best. It's just fantastic. I'm just so proud and happy for him and our whole team. They've worked so hard, so it's great.
What's it been like to live with Tim Wilkerson here this year?
Oh, it's never boring. It's always a good time, and I'm the luckiest woman in the world, so it's all good.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, let's look at Tim Wilkerson's. Look at that celebration. Yeah, he has every reason to. Crew chief, you know, small operation versus a super team.
He's got to be loving this racetrack, but look at this run here. It makes a little bit of a move off the starting line, and he reels it back in. Stuck right down the middle of the racetrack at this point. Hits that bump and moves a little bit, but man, what a great pass. 4:14 lap time at 300 miles per hour.
The crew on their way down to join the celebration at the top end with Gary Gerald.
Tim Wilkerson, how much does this revitalize this season for you and your team?
Well, welcome back to the points chase. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks a lot, guys. I tell you, we've been struggling hard here. Cars coming around a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. I know I've been complaining all year long about the clutch disc. My big tears been rolling down my cheek every time you talk to me. But I tell you what, for Levi Ranshout and all the people that's behind this car, can't be a better day. We made another good run. They just said, I think they said we won another 14. That is just terrific. And what a job my guys are doing. And, you know, I just can't say enough about all the folks that work on this car, because they have really keep their head up this year. It's been really tough for us. But to have it Ford in the finals again, been in every final this year at Ford, and I got to win one finally. Good job, guys.
Congratulations.
Well, and Tim Wilkerson said it. Not only was it a win for him, but it's really going to help him in the points. He's trying desperately to get away from the group on the bubble.